Well, hey guys, wanted to bring you all a quick interior and exterior tour of this 2016 Ford Explorer Limited. So we'll go ahead and start off with the front end. You can see this one is finished in Ford's beautiful ruby red exterior. I'm an absolute sucker for this color. You can see you do have your refreshed front end with your fully LED headlamps. I believe the high beams are still incandescent bulbs. But you can see you do have your LED headlamps right here. How it works is this little knob right here actually shines an LED beam onto here, which beams it out. Very nice looking front end. I really like what they did with the refresh on the Explorer. Almost favors the Range Rover Sport in my opinion. You can see you do have all of your black cladding down at the bottom with your silver finished, what is made to look like a skid plate there. You do have a forward-facing camera on this one with a little washer nozzle right there in case it gets dirty in snow or ice or something like that. You do have your fog lamps located down below, very large fog lamps too. Taking a look at the wheels on this one, we have two 5550 R20s wrapped in Hankook Ventus S1 Noble 2 tires. Actually a very good tire, really nice looking wheels too. I like them a lot. Of course, you have body colored door mirrors and your LED turn signals on the mirror as well. They actually did change up the windshield wiper design, strangely. I would be one to notice that, I don't know why. You do have your black trim piece right here, which does overlap onto the door, but it's just a sticker on the door. And it looks a half bit cheap to me right here, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of that. No blind spot warning or anything like that on this one. You just have your little fisheye mirrors. Of course, mirrors are power folding. You have smart key access on all four doors, or actually on only the front two, my apologies. You do have a chrome trim running down the bottom right there that says Explorer on it. Of course, same size wheels in the rear. Ford's capless fuel filler system. Pretty much standard across the board now on all Ford vehicles. This one is a four-wheel drive model. You can see the refreshed rear end. They didn't do a whole lot with the back end of it, but I think what they did do added a very nice and upscale touch to it. Of course, you have your parking sensors as well as your four-wheel drive badge. This one is a rental, unfortunately. Dual chrome polished exhaust outlets down there. I don't believe this one has a trailer tow hitch. No, it doesn't. This one's not an EcoBoost, so it just has the naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6. Go ahead and open up the power lift gate. You can see your little camera with the washer nozzle there. Coming to the rear of the Explorer, you do have a very nice amount of storage, and this one does have the Sony stereo, seeing as it is a limited. Of course, you have your third row seats, which flip up like that. They are power folding. You just pop this right here, and it folds them up very nicely. Very cool how Ford integrated that. I'm not really sure how they did it, but they did a really good job. I'm a big fan. Of course, you have your Sony subwoofer back there, cup holders. Everything back here is all hard plastic, as you would expect in a third row. That's just kind of what happens. Go ahead and close this up. Just press this little membrane button right there, and it does chime at you 3 times to let you know, get your head out of the way. We'll go ahead and jump in the rear seat of this Explorer. Starting off with the door materials are very nice. Very nice door materials up at the top. Very padded material. This looks like real wood. I don't know if it is or not. Wrapped in a brushed chrome trim. Chrome door handle. Tweeter right up here. Auto up and down. Or no, these aren't auto up and down. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a platinum thing. I don't know. Padded armrest, leather stitch, door handle right here, little water bottle storage down there, and you could fit like a wallet or something right in there, I don't know. These seats do fold away. You just push this button right here, and you can see it folds up just like that. Very similar to GM's system that they use on their Yukons and Tahoes. We'll go ahead and pop that back down though. Climbing into the back seat of the Explorer, it's actually a very nice place to be. You've got a lot of room back here. You can see I have plenty of foot room. The seats in the front actually sit up very high, so I have lots of room for my feet to go up under. The seats also do recline, and recline a fairly good ways back too, so they're very comfortable. They actually remind me a whole lot of the seats in our 2004 Expedition we had a very long time ago. Thigh support could do to be a little bit more. And the leather on these seats could do to be a little bit better. In fact, I think a lot of this is vinyl. The center portion that's perforated is leather, however. You have two USB outlets right there and a household power outlet right there. You do have heated rear seats, which is very nice. You would think this would be a rental that was found in some of the more northern states, but it's very nice down here too. You do have perforated section on the back here, dual map pockets. Very nice place to be. The only thing that I'm just noticing that's missing is a center armrest. You don't have that. And I would definitely appreciate one. Two very tiny and terrible cup holders. I don't imagine that these would hold much of anything. You might be lucky to get 2 water bottles in there. You do have air vents right up here in the ceiling with your coat hooks right there. LED interior lighting, they kind of switched it to a more yellowy LED for some reason. I kind of liked the solid white LED that was in my Fusion, but that's just me. So yeah, back seat is a very nice place to spend time. The doors don't impede on your room either. This just feels like a really, really nice car. And it is a really, really nice car. I just worry about Ford's quality control right now. I'm not really sure what's going on there. You do have an O-blank handle right there as well. I did fail to mention that. It makes entry and exit very easy for the back seat. Doors do close with a nice solid wump. So we'll go ahead and hop in the front seat of the Explorer. Let's see if we can't open the hood on this one. I don't want to hang around too long. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea and I'm trying to steal a car or something. Opening up the hood, it does, like I said, have just the 3.5 liter V6. It does have a prop rod, unfortunately, and if I remember correctly, these engine covers, yeah, they're padded. It's a very soft engine cover. I'm not really sure what they were doing with that. Maybe they were just trying to get the NVH down. Not really sure. Hood does close nicely though. I wish it didn't have a prop. That's a little bit cheap. Of course, you do have your secure code access right there on the door, integrated into the pillar just like it was on the Fusion. Door materials up front, they're exactly the same. Soft touch up here, hard touch down here with your padded leather armrest there. You do have some deviated stitching, which looks very nice. So closing the door, one thing I've always liked about how the Explorers, they just kind of wrap you in. You can see the dash and door panels flow together very nicely. Fit and finish isn't that great. You can see this gap is pretty off. Same headlight switch straight out of the Fusion. Looks exactly the same. You do have your power liftgate control right there. Open the door to get some airflow because it's hot. Very nice thick leather steering wheel. You do have paddle shifters back here for your 6-speed automatic transmission. I don't believe it's the 6F35, so thank God for that. Here's your controls for your multifunction displays right up here. This one has 8,404.9 miles. I believe they did do a gauge refresh too. This is all very similar to Fusion up here. But it looks very nice. Of course, you have your turn signals and your wipers. I'm not really sure why the wipers aren't on the same stock as the turn signal. They could have easily done that, but I guess they were just going for symmetry. I don't know. Here you have cruise control right here and all your multifunction controls right there for volume and stuff like that. This is finished in a kind of a gunmetal gray metallic finish. Very nice. You do have a push on, push off emergency brake right there. Pedals, they're not like metal or anything, but very nice feeling pedals. The positioning is very good. Push to start and stop. Of course, you have your My Ford Touch display up here. I'm so happy they went back to buttons. You have your heated and cooled seats right here, all of your climate controls right here, sound. These are all real buttons again, thank the Lord. Of course, you can see My Ford Touch powering up right there. This one does not have the Sync 3 system yet. So exact same system that was in the Fusion. Works pretty well. Gets a little caught up in itself sometimes. You have your little storage tray right here for your iPod and whatever else you want to put in there. SD card slot, 12-volt power outlet, USB. And you do have a little cutout right here to run your cord out of if you need to. This one, being a rental, is pretty dirty. Unfortunately, this is such a nice car. I don't know why they're using these as rental vehicles. You can see dual cup holders right here. Here's your quote-unquote terrain response system control. This is pretty much straight out of Land Rover. Your shifter lights right here. Center console is very nicely padded and leather stitched. Very nice size center console too. You've got this little removable storage tray. I guess you put pins in the longer part and coins in the shorter part. USB in here as well. There doesn't appear to be a 12-volt power outlet in there, though, strangely. I'm not really sure why they eliminated that. You do have some storage for pins and cards and stuff like that right there. Front seat's very nice, perforated, heated and cooled. Glove box, pretty large. This lip right here kind of comes up high and makes it hard to get into. You do have all your books in there though. One thing I am noticing is this gap here and this gap here don't line up well at all. And I don't even know about the reliability on these. Ford may be doing better on the Explorer since it's an older design, I'm not sure. But very nice car, if I can get that to close, dang. You do have kind of a graphite finish up here with more of that gunmetal gray metallic finish. Very nice interior, very comfortable seats, very comfortable driving position. You're very far away from the windshield too, and the windshield is at a nice curve. So you have a good all-around visibility in this thing. Just a really nice car. I hate to see these being used as rentals because they're so nice now. The Explorers used to be kind of on the cheap side, but now they're super, super nice. After they did the refresh or the redesign before this, they just did a really good job with it and they hit it out of the park. And so yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and thanks for watching.